Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I have an insane theory about Will Byers and his role in Season 5 and him potentially having powers but not knowing it. But before we get into it, guys, make sure to drop a like on the video. Let's go for 200 likes. I think that's doable. And also, don't forget to subscribe because it is free and we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. We're almost at 27K. Absolutely insane. Thank you guys for the support. Without further ado, let's get in to this exciting theory. So if you guys didn't know, I'm actually rewatching Stranger Things right now. And as I'm doing so, I'm basically stopping the show every time I find a foreshadow or a certain theory that might lead to something. And I've been documenting this on my RelayTS account on TikTok and my alt account. And I've been basically filming every time I find something that I feel like could lead to something. And I found this thing that was so big that it made an entire theory for me. So I think it was season 2, episode 4, whenever the Mind Flayer was going into Will, right? The interesting part about that is that Will Byers' body was outside of Hawkins Middle School with Joyce, Lucas, Dustin, and Mike, right? They were all there with him, like holding him, whatever. But in Will's mind, he was in the Upside Down. So how was he in the Upside Down and in the real world of Hawkins at the same time? That reminds me a lot of Eleven's piggybacks, right? And I think that since Will was the first host of the Mind Flayer, number one, I think he's the ultimate host, meaning if he dies, Vecna dies. We'll talk about that at the end of the theory. And number two, I think it could mean that he has a special connection with the Upside Down, which could lead to him having certain powers. Because of him, and think about this, guys. If the Mind Flayer is in him, that means essentially part of Henry Creel, who has the powers, part of One, who has the powers, part of Vecna, who has the powers, is in Will Byers still. He has that connection on the back of his neck. The Mind Flayer, we all know some of it's still in him. No way it all got out. Will Byers has an insane connection with not only Vecna, but his world, Vecna's world, the Upside Down. So I feel like with that information, Will not only has the ability to piggyback into the Upside Down with his mind, and he doesn't know that yet, but I think he also has powers and doesn't know it. Because if he has part of Henry Creel literally in him because of the Mind Flayer, because the Mind Flayer is part of Vecna, I think that he has some sort of powers, but I don't think he knows any of this. Because I was watching all these episodes, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I was watching all the episodes that he had where he was, seeing all the Upside Down and then going back into the real world, going back to the Upside Down, going back to the real world. But the whole time he was in the real world, he was just seeing the Upside Down. He was in both worlds at the same time. And I was like, how? Like, this has never happened to anyone else, has it? And I was like, how is that possible? I think he has that special connection with the Upside Down, which allows him to basically be there, but his body be in Hawkins. And I feel like that's due to his connection with Vecna at the end of the day. And since he is the ultimate host, I think he's the ultimate host because he was the first host for the Mind Flayer as far as the human body that we know of. He was the first host. I think that means he's the ultimate host, and that's why his connection is so strong with the neck thing and everything. And that's why I think that in Season 5, they said it'll start off hot. I think it'll start off with something happening with Will, with his body, and maybe he'll realize that he has powers somehow. Maybe he'll get caught by Vecna. I don't know. Something's gonna happen. Not caught by Vecna because I feel like Vecna's a part of him. I think something's gonna happen at the start of Season 5 where it's gonna be like Will realizes that he's special because of the Mind Flayer now. And throughout Season 5, he's going to hide this from everybody because he always hid everything, right? He's always been in the closet with his sexuality. And he was always hesitant to tell Joyce what he was seeing. He was always hesitant to tell Dr. Owens what he was seeing. He's always been keeping things to himself, especially with the feelings for Mike. So I feel like with that storyline as well, he'll keep this inside as well with his powers and the ability to be in the Upside Down. And it'll be like an emotional yet legendary scene at the end of it where he basically pours out his heart to Mike and then sacrifices himself for the entire show. because if he dies, Vecna dies, and I feel like the way he's going to do that is using the powers that he got from Henry Creel, basically taking part of him and putting it inside of Will. So I feel like Henry Creel, aka One, aka Vecna, part of them is still in Will because of the Mind Flayer, because the Mind Flayer was created by Vecna. That's why I think about this, guys. The Mind Flayer, it isn't just a part of Vecna. It was a literal shadow monster hovering the entire city of Hawkins, right? We remember how big the Mind Flayer was, right? That thing was in Will, and probably still part of it is. We got to realize that a insane monster from another dimension was in his body. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. So that's why I feel like this isn't as far-fetched as we think, considering the Duffers did say Will Byers is going to have a way bigger role in season 5, and I feel like that role entails him dying, and it also includes him like potentially having powers, I think. But only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think about this theory. He also made a TikTok on it, 38-second long TikTok that basically has a bunch of words and stuff. I pretty much explained all of it in here, though. And yeah, I think this theory is pretty legit. And I'm excited to hear you guys' feedback and what you guys think about it. But make sure to drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me know if you want me to make any other theories about any other TV shows. I think I'm going to get into Marvel and watch the entire Marvel movie series and make theories on the new movies coming out for Marvel. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to comment if you want to see that. And comment if you want me to do IRL theories, other TV show theories. Suggest TV shows that are about to come out that you want me to make theories on, or vice versa. I don't really know, but just suggest stuff that you want me to make theories about, and I'll do it, because I want to do more than just Stranger Things. But right now, Stranger Things is hot. I'm enjoying it. I'm rewatching it, so I'm just preparing for the future and transition of my content. So I want to hear you guys' feedback. But I appreciate all love and support, guys. Make sure you have a great rest of your day. Spend time with your friends and family. Go watch the best TV shows and movies, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.